My name is Jessica Asby. I'm a police officer here in the city of Chino. The reason why I became a police officer is Law & Order SVU, Detective Benson. That's my girl right there. She's been such an empowering detective. She's fighting crime. I always wanted to be like her. When I became 20 years old, I decided to go for it. I had a fairly good childhood. I played soccer most of my life. The majority of my life, I had good grades, good relationship with the people around me until about high school. Right around freshman year, I started getting into a little bit of trouble. So since I felt so restricted outside of school, I started slacking off inside of school to regain my freedom. So I started ditching class, hanging out with friends, and my grades started to drop freshman and sophomore year, so I wasn't doing too well. So my grades were really bad. I was failing the majority of my classes, and what really helped me get back on track was my counselor at my high school. She had talks with me probably every week about, Jessica, what are you doing with your life? You're not doing anything for yourself. This is not getting back at your mom. This is only hurting you. Eventually, after multiple talks like that, I ended up getting my stuff together. So I got into a class that was online where it helped me redo all my classes that I failed in, and I ended up graduating with honors. I was barely 18 years old, and from then on, I was borderline homeless. I stayed in about 3 different houses from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Some nights I would stay in my car because I didn't have enough gas money to get from one house that I was staying at back to my college, which was in Norco. So the drive from Moreno Valley to Norco was too much gas for me, so I had to stay in my car sometimes. And then one day in one of my college classes, the professor showed us a newspaper article saying if you want to try out for Riverside Sheriff's Department for the jails, go to this physical fitness test for women. And that's how I got started in law enforcement. I like to do CrossFit, I like to do Jiu-Jitsu, and I like to do Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a Thai version of kickboxing. I started martial arts because of my lack of confidence in police work. I've always been rowdy, I've always been willing to fight, I just never knew what to do and what I was able to do. Not only has Jiu-Jitsu given me the confidence that I need to defend myself and defend my partners and defend the community, it's also given me a huge variety of tools that I can use that I didn't know that were available to me prior. One fun fact that people don't know about me is that I know sign language. I started learning sign language back in my old job. It was just like an arcade pizza type place, and I saw that my supervisor was an interpreter, and anytime people from the deaf community would come in, I would see her interpret to them in sign language, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I started taking classes, and now I'm a certified sign language interpreter with the city of Chino. The reason I started law enforcement is different than the reason I'm still in law enforcement. I started law enforcement, obviously my inspiration was Detective Benson, Law & Order SVU. However, back then I would get pure satisfaction from ruining a criminal's day. And what I mean by that is when someone has it in their mind that they're going to commit some kind of heinous crime, whether it be robbery, burglary, rape, something like that. They have this plan, and they plan to succeed. And I get satisfaction knowing that I did something, whether it's a traffic stop on them, whether it's extra patrol around the area, to prevent that from happening and prevent these criminals from being successful. That was my main drive for years. Now my drive is different. My drive now is outreach to the youth. And the reason for that is I have a younger sister. She's about 17 years old. She hasn't had the best life as far as family life goes. She doesn't really have anybody to talk to other than myself. And by reconnecting with her and seeing the issues that she has and the issues that she's afraid to tell people, I want to be that person for other students at school. So I recently became a school resource officer, and I'm also an Explorer advisor, and I do that to reach the students that do not have an older sister, that do not have somebody that they can look up to and that can mentor them. What I get most out of working with the youth is helping them know and understand that you can trust law enforcement, you can trust adults. There are people out there that care about you, whether or not they have a uniform, whether or not they're an authority figure. They're people that you can trust. And working with the Explorers and the students while I'm at my high school or junior high or elementary school has helped me help them understand that you can go to an adult. There are people out there that you can trust. And we're not all bad. Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we're here to enforce crime. A lot of kids have had bad experience where an officer has had to arrest, maybe some family member or maybe even them. But to show them that we're human too and we're here for their safety has helped bridge the gap between the community and us. Hearing so many people talk negatively against law enforcement is really heartbreaking, because they don't see all the good that we do. Yes, I know that there's mistakes that law enforcement officers have made, and there's even bad apples. However, our goal is to protect and serve. Everyone here in the city of Chino is here to protect and serve. And I know that for a fact, and I know that our community knows that, because we are constantly getting praise from our community. Where I hope my career goes is with the Joint Terrorist Task Force. That's a task force through the FBI, and there's different regional areas where their primary focus is stopping terrorism. To me, that's the big crimes. That's the important stuff. That's the stuff that saves people on a large scale, and hopefully one day I can accomplish that. Advice that I would give to the youth, as corny as it sounds, listen to the people that care about you. I promise you, whatever they're saying, yes, it might not sound important at the time, but it's good for you. It's what's the best for you. If you're thinking about a career in law enforcement, please come visit the police department. We have the Explorer program. We have orientation for new explorers every quarter. If you're interested, we can get you started and help you out. My name is Jessica Asby. I'm a police officer here in the city of Chino.